Hi everyone, I wanted to do a video showing everyone how to fight a Wiggs squad. Wiggs is Wedge and Biggs Darklighter combined. When you see the two together, they both enjoy what's called the Red Faction bonus. Red Faction is um, a speed bonus primarily, where you get +9 speed while your allies are all allies on the Wiggs side are at full health, and +15 speed bonus. Um, this is per ally that's alive or dead. Actually, with the +15 speed, you get a +15 speed bonus for each living or dead ally once everyone is underneath 100% health. So what that means is once they start damaging people, especially with an AOE, all of a sudden both Wedge and Biggs will basically have 80. Excuse me, will have 75 added onto their individual speed, which is a nightmare because they both hit super hard, and so they're going to get an extra 3 or 4 turns a match at least, maybe 5 or 6 depending on how the match goes, against you. So they're hitting you 5 or 6 more times than they should. So it's a nightmare, especially if you're not prepared for it. You want to shut it down as quickly as possible. Also on this team, you'll typically see a Lando. Sometimes you'll see him as a lead. Sometimes you'll see him on the squad. They have Ezra in here, who's a decent Jedi, but he's not my favorite. And Boba, who is oftentimes on a Wig squad, I see Boba's role is kind of misused. So Boba, I'm not afraid of at all. Ezra, I'm not afraid of at all. Lando can cause some trouble, but again, Wiggs is those are the primary targets because they're the ones that cause the most havoc. So let's take care of them. The first step that you want to do is you always want to, unless there's a stormtrooper Han on the squad, which he's not, you always want to attack Wedge first. Why? Because you take out Wedge and Biggs loses his Red Faction bonus once Wedge is dead, okay? Which slows Biggs down a lot. He's a pretty slow tune from the get-go. That Red Faction bonus speeds him up massively, so that's what causes him to be a real problem. So once Wedge is contained, then Biggs is kind of neutralized, okay? So let's go after Wedge first. Just do a regular swing here. Now I'm going to use TFP to just drill into him here. You can see from a previous GW match, I don't really have a lot of abilities available, but we'll use what we have. Shock on Wedge, and again, my tunes are fairly fast. Everyone's over 200 speed, so you'll see that all the turn meters of my opponent are painfully slow. They haven't even had a turn yet. And that's the way it usually goes for me in GW. Actually, will put all my GW nodes on auto except for nodes 11 and 12, and I'll fight those by myself. So I've literally been autoing the entire way. It's why all my abilities are kind of all over the place and not replenished. But let's carry on. Let's continue to take out Wedge here. And now with Tarkin, the reason why I love Tarkin is because you see Biggs is about to go, right? Biggs is next. And then it looks like I got TFP, then Tarkin, then Vader on my side. You see the turn meters underneath each of those 3 tunes. So the order is going to be from here on out: Biggs, TFP, Tarkin, Vader, and then Boba. Okay? So just helps to plan ahead. What Tarkin can do is do his offense down and critical chance down. It's not really an AoE, but it's a mass debuffer. Let's debuff him. And so see critical chance down and critical chance down and offense down. So let me see if we can give you. There it is. So minus 50% offense, minus 25% critical chance. It's awesome because Biggs is about to hit me, and I'm not worried about it because he's going to hit me at half the power that he normally would, thanks to Tarkin. This is why I think Tarkin is so undervalued in this game. Now with TFP, one of my top favorite tunes as well, is his buff immunity also has an ability block if you Omega it. And so I'm going to target Biggs to ability block him. Why? Because if he calls that assist that he has, he's going to do enormous damage to me with his attack. Plus, he usually will call somebody who hits hard, say Lando, or maybe even Ezra. Plus, he'll call Wedge as well. And, the 3 of them hitting me, it's going to suck. Also, once I ability block him, you see Wedge is fairly close to dying. He's not going to survive my buff immunity AOE from TFP, so that kind of takes care of the Wedge coming in with the assist problem. So the ability block will turn off the assist for Biggs. Plus, Wedge is going to die anyway, so even when Biggs tries to use the assist on the turn after that, Wedge is going to be there to help out, which would again cause a huge problem if you're if you're fighting an arena. So here we go. Drop that down. Oh, Wedge is gonna die when he gets his turn anyway. So again, Biggs, oftentimes he will attack TFP. I don't know why. Probably because TFP seems to be the squishiest tune. But why TFP is, he's not really squishy. It's because of that foresight he gets like every other turn. So it's great because it draws people in to attack him, even though it's not going to do anything because he has foresight. And so you get you get the AI wasting turns on attacking TFP, which is another reason why he's so awesome. Now I have my culling blade I want to whip out here. The question is, do I want to use it? No, I don't want to use it because it's not going to take out Biggs. I probably need one or two more debuffs on Biggs to be able to use it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do a big swing onto my Boba, or onto the other team's Boba, just because when he goes, I don't want him to ability block me. Okay, that's on. Now with Tarkin, what am I going to do? If I hit Biggs with Tarkin, it's guaranteed he's going to counter, right? Because Biggs, I believe he will counter anyone who's an Empire tune. So I definitely don't want to hit him with that. I'm going to use it on Lando because I have Boba set up to be executed by my Boba. And Lando, his turn meter is filling up. And remember, I have Zader. So Zader, every time you hit with a Sith or Jet or Empire tune, then it has a 50% chance of reducing the enemy's turn meter. So I want to try to reduce Lando's turn meter because I don't want his AOE to do some damage. It's gonna remove some protection, but he can hit pretty hard. Ezra is gonna come in and try to probably take out my potency buff on Tarkin, which is annoying, and it removes his protection. It's annoying, but it's not the end of the world. I'm not really afraid of Ezra at all. He kind of sucks. So let's go ahead and hit Lando. Okay, his turn meter didn't remove. That's okay. Don't need it. TFP is going to basically bring him close to 0 health here. Oh, took him out entirely. That's sweet. So TFP, like I said, hits like a sledgehammer, and he's got foresight now. So someone's going to try to attack him in the near future, and they're not going to get anywhere. So, this is how I get through GWs pretty much untouched, is because people are drawn to TFP like a magnet. So now I'm going to execute Boba here. Bye-bye, Boba. Okay. And here's Palpy being super useful with his shock. I can do two things. I can shock, or I can use his offense up buff. I think I'm going to use offense up because I'm playing GW. I just realized I should probably do this as arena matches because I guess people don't really need help with Galactic Wars campaigns. But when you're doing Galactic War, you have to plan ahead for what you're going to use in the next match around this time because there's only 3 tunes left. I'm going to be done soon, so I don't want to put my shock on cooldown and then start the next battle with the shock on cooldown because shock is a pretty good opener when you want to stun as many people as possible, as many of the opponents as possible. So I'm just going to use my offense up buff, which is going to drain health from the other side, a slight amount of health, but it should be enough to kill Wedge. Let's try it out. Okay, so again, next time Wedge goes, he dies. So there you go. You see, Biggs just took out my Boba, which is fine because once I use Boba to kill someone else, I get my Bounty Hunter's Resolve back. I got a little bit of damage with Palpy, not the end of the world, and he's also got defense down, so I'm gonna be careful with my Palpy. I don't want him to get all of his protection removed. So here what I'm gonna do is everyone's got the offense up buff except for Boba because he got taken out. I'm gonna just nail Wedge. He's gone. I will try to use Culling Blade on Ezra because he has a chunk of protection, a chunk of health off. It might take him out. Bye. Okay. Now I'm going to do with Biggs. I'm just going to do a big swing to remove his ability to call an assist. He doesn't have anyone to assist him, but he hits harder once he calls that assist. So I'm going to just do that. Okay, now he's on ability. He can't call assist anymore. Let's see. I'm going to use the basic on Biggs. He's going to fire back. That's fine. And now he has offense up, which is kind of, it's going to be critical damage up, which is kind of scary. I'm going to use, wouldn't usually use it this late in the game, but I'm going to use my ability block, which didn't work. I'm a little bit nervous because if he hits my Boba's out for the rest of GW. He didn't, thank goodness. It's tricky here because I have another Empire tune which guarantees a counter, and I hope he doesn't hit Boba. He did. It's okay, not the end of the world. Another big swing here. Now this is what I needed. I really needed to put offense down and critical chance down onto Biggs for two reasons. One, if I didn't, next time he hit Boba, my Boba's out for the entire GW. And secondly, I knew my Boba was going to go next. And so because he's going to go next, he eats buffs and debuffs, right? So his execute feeds off of either buffs or debuffs or both. So you want to basically stack as much stuff around the Tune's head as possible to get the execute done. And so if I fire this rocket at him, it's going to give me a little bit of health back, which is cool. But more importantly, neutralize a threat from Biggs, because otherwise I'm totally dead and I'm screwed the rest of the GW. Let's get this done. There it is. He's gone. Victory. We only knew that. So my Boba is to fight another day. Now I have my work cut out for me on the GW map for the next fight because I have to bring him back from that into Node 11. So that's it. That's all I got. I hope that was useful. It was kind of weird because I realize now that arena battles are probably better for these videos, but hopefully it was helpful. Let me know if you have any suggestions in the comments. Thank you very much.